Hello, everyone. It is Emily with Claim Brilliance. The other day, I had talked about leading your workout and your health journey with love instead of with punishment. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that and how you do that. A lot of times we go through our day thinking about our past and judging our past. And the funny thing is about our past is it was just a moment ago. The past is just when I started the video, right? But I'm not talking about that past. I'm talking about a day ago or 2 days ago or a month ago or a week ago. And what I see a lot is that we either judge ourselves as in punishment or judge ourselves as in like, I used to be a size 2, and we celebrate who we used to be and we punish who we are today. And it is my belief that if you are going to lead your life with, sorry, I'm going to move a little bit closer, lead your life with true love and being true to who you are today, then you're going to do it in looking at the past and not necessarily judging it, but just evaluating, right? And we don't evaluate. Most of us don't evaluate. So how did you do yesterday without punishment? Just how did you do? It's good to notice, right? But a lot of times we say, oh, we did so bad. Earlier today, I had a cookie for breakfast. And so we punish ourselves and we belittle ourselves and we tell ourselves how terrible we are about X, Y, or Z, or we praise ourselves and say, oh, I used to do X, Y, and Z. And how we move into our day is to evaluate what worked, what didn't work, and what can we do right now, starting today, starting this minute, what can we do to be better or continue doing the same? And so letting go of the judgment and being able to be present with who you are today. And if you're 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds heavier than you were last month, exaggeration, right? But I mean, some people really do believe that type of stuff. But anyways, I won't go there. But instead of judging where you used to be, why don't you take inventory about what your mindset was? Because here is the reality. Number one, you've heard me talk about this time and time again. You will always prove yourself to be true. So if you think you have terrible habits, or if you think that losing weight or being healthy is hard and annoying and you're just going to do it temporarily, then that is what your mind will do, is you will lose the weight and you will gain it right back. You know, I was cleaning my house today, and if you have known me for any length of time, when my children were little and I was a homeschool mom, my house used to be so messy, just messy and dirty and gross, because there were 5 of them and 1 of me, and it just happens, right? I used to have a sign that said, please excuse the noise and mess, the kids are making happy memories. And today I was cleaning up my, if you watched my shorts, I went camping. I did a spontaneous camp trip with 2 of my kids. And I came home and the house was dirty. Like the kitchen wasn't clean and whatnot. But I didn't really complain about it. I just looked at it and assessed what needed to happen, and I cleaned it. And the thing is even when the house gets a little bit messy and dirty, I don't identify as a disorganized homeschool mom anymore. And that's just who I used to be, but not who I've moved into. We moved to North Carolina, and when we did that, we got rid of everything. And really, getting rid of everything shifted my identity, like literally about who I was and what was important in my life. And we have to do the same thing when it comes to any version of person that we want to be. It is a huge mindset. Do you like who you are? Or are you in constant punishment of who you were or who you used to be? Whether I used to be better or I've always been terrible. I've always been heavy. I've always been messy. I've always been ... fill in the blank. And how we move into going from punishment to pleasure, really, is to be able to say, I no longer feel this way. I no longer think this way. I no longer identify literally as a heavy person. And the thing is life just moves easier. When you step on the scale and you see a number, when you identify as a certain person, that the story is dropped. There's no longer punishment behind the number because you don't feel like the pound or two of water weight or even real body fat. You don't feel like that is really who you are. And so it's temporary. And if it's temporary, then you live into who you identify to be. You don't punish yourself because of the mess. Because of the extra storage that is on your body. You start to identify as the person in the future. So instead of looking back, you look forward. Because really there's two paths. There's never stagnation. There's only two paths. You can either go one way and get better or go the other way and get worse. Because the truth is even if the number stays the same, if you continue down the path that you don't want to go down, but you can't seem to change, it gets worse. Your health gets worse. Maybe your weight doesn't change, but your weight shifts and your health shifts and your mobility shifts and things start to shift. And so being able to say, no, I am going to identify as a person who stays naturally slim, naturally fit, naturally toned, naturally fill in the blank. I am going to identify as this. And then what you do is you go for a 5-minute walk. When you get back, you say, see, I am an active person. Or I am a person who enjoys moving my body. So you take the things that you don't necessarily love about your health and where you struggle. Maybe you struggle eating vegetables. And so you eat a carrot, only one, right? You only have to eat one, or a celery, or a Brussels sprout. I won't say Brussels sprout because not everybody loves them. But you eat an apple even. Eat something with fiber and something that you can eat and not squeam. And then you say, see, I am a person who does like vegetables. I am a person who does like fill in the dot or fill in the blank. And that is really how you go from identifying as a person who struggles to a person who really loves themselves, from punishment to celebration, from punishment to love, from punishment to appreciation, and being able to look back in your life and say, what did I learn? What went well? What didn't go well? And what is my next step? And that is really how you go from being heavy to being whatever it is that you want to be. And yeah, I hope this helps. I wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that I haven't disappeared. I just went on a little trip. So go watch my reels because I tried to make them kind of fun. And stay tuned because good things are on their way. I am super excited. I'm not going to share a whole lot, but the channel is going to be amplified and I'm really excited about it. So stay tuned and I will talk to you later. Again, if you want training, if you want coaching, just reach out. claimbrilliance@gmail.com, subject line, coaching. And yeah, let's have a chat and see if we are a good fit. And if it's not a win-win, then there's no pressure. And if it is a win-win, then I'm excited to see what we can do together. And I will talk to you later. Bye.